Alrighty, y'all. Hello and welcome. It should be a fascinating one because we're taking a look at the inverse of what we usually do. We're taking a look at Europeans this time. A little bit of culture shocks, experiencing things here in the U.S. and actually some clips of just Europeans weighing in on the status and various things about America. So should be pretty fun, I reckon.
America has changed me, and I've officially reached the rock bottom. Okay, I'm kidding. I'm being a little bit dramatic right now, but I moved to United States 9 years ago, and I am a changed woman. So as you can see, I'm in the grocery store right now, and usually when I go to a grocery store in Europe, I dress up, I put makeup on, I do my hair, and this is what I look like right
Oh
now.
no.
Clearly, no makeup. I don't even know if I brushed my hair today, and this is my outfit. A sweater with a giant stain on it.
She nailed it.
I don't remember last time I washed it. Some old leggings and this.
I like how she adds that it's not only an American style outfit, but like it even has a stain on it, right? Like she didn't brush her hair. It just sounds kind of funny. It sounds kind of crazy too, but you know what? She said she's lived here for quite a few years. It's kind of like funny, almost sad a little bit. Not really, but like, because it's not that deep. But yeah, she has became American in this sense. Like she totally nailed what most people dress like when they go out in the U.S.
Clearly, no makeup. I don't even know if.
I mean, yeah, some people get dressed up, some people get dolled up, whatever, right? But for the most part, people just go for comfort, man. They go out, they get what they need, and they're going right back home. They're not worried about looking sharp.
I brushed my hair today, and this is my outfit.
It's just so funny to see this actual European fall for this, right? After years.
Some old leggings and this.
I mean, it's literally
I would never
perfect.
go in Europe looking like this anywhere. Randy probably loved an European lady.
I mean, he's in the same outfit, literally. See that? Comfy, warm, you're set. That's how you do it here in the States. And if you're here long enough, it could happen to you too. Now, the comments are pretty funny. Some good insights, actually. It's because we're all tired as fuck here. Facts. Honestly, I think that's what it revolves around. Overworked, tired. We barely got time. We don't have time to get dressed up. Blow too much money at the store and go home so you could relax for a little bit before it's back to work. In America, we shouldn't feel so comfortable always looking like we rolled out of bed. I mean, I try not to look like this in public. I do around the house. But, it happens, man. It just happens. It happens to everyone here. America, we love comfort. Yeah, you know what? We got to take comfort when we can get it. All right? I will say the silver lining here is if you did, you didn't feel the best or you didn't want to take so much time to get all ready and looking very, sharp and perfect. I will say that pretty much for the most part, 99% of people, they're not going to judge you here for that, right? By your outfit. No one cares. So I think that's kind of a good thing, right? Now, if you do look really sharp and put together, they will judge you, but it'll be all positive. People will be like flocking to you like, wow, you look amazing. Like most people don't look like that. POV showering for the first time in the USA. Oh, you got to turn it. Why are people always confused? This happens inverse too. People being confused about showering in European countries. And now Europeans are confused about showering here. What the hell? Okay, so all you do, it shows the blue and the red for temperature, right? Blue cold, red hot. That's the down off position. All you do is turn that, right? You turn this, it depends. Usually they'll be counterclockwise. It just depends on the faucet. But either way, it's going to turn one way or the other. And you put it to cold, warm or hot, right? Once you turn that though, like the water's flowing. The water's flowing down here, okay? And then do you see this little valve you can pull up right here on the top where this water comes down? That would be for the bath. When you pull that valve on top, that switches the water and it routes up to the shower head, right? That's all you do. So it's 2 steps. Turn the water on and simultaneously adjust the temperature. Pull the switch and it'll come out the shower head. The more you know, see, you can learn a lot from IWrocker's videos.
This is so crazy. It's all real. Cheerleaders, like the band, it's all real. I really thought it was fake. Look, they got
it's
real.
Got
the whole like core spreaders here in pajamas. Everything. It's all real. Look at them. Look at them. Look at them. They're just playing. Look. Look at the cheerleaders. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Is this?
Look.
You know, this is kind of fun doing inverse because some things I think are just so normal would be actually interesting to other people. A high school football game is that interesting? I mean, yeah. I mean, look, it's a cool field. We got players, full uniforms, right? 2 teams. The home team obviously has their cheerleading and band groups out there for support. Of course, you have, pretty good seating for a high school. It's not like a pro or college stadium, of course not, but
What is this?
It's a vibe. It's an experience. That's a high school football game. They're very popular thing to do on Friday nights.
Yo. Bro, this is so crazy.
That's crazy. Is this not a thing for like any sport or I guess in this fashion in anywhere? This is so normal. This is at every high school in the U.S., big or small. You could be in big cities or you could be in some small country town in Iowa. It doesn't matter. You're going to see this. And it gets crazier than this. As the comments mention, you got to realize, the U.S. is very big and diverse too. A high school football game would be this times 10 if it was in Texas. That's true. Especially down south, right? Football culture is just through the charts, or off the charts, rather. It's just crazy. Imagine his reaction to a pep rally. Dude, honestly, throw in like a lot of different things throughout the high school year. I guess our schools are that much different. Why is this so accurate? The few times a year I walk like a decent distance. See, like when I walk, remember this whole weird difference, right? Like Americans, if they do walk, they walk for recreation, for exercise, right? Because it's good to walk. We don't walk like to actually go do stuff, right? Of course not. We always take cars everywhere. So if I walk in on my property, of course, because I have room to do so. But if I'm walking out in public like this guy's doing on this really huge road that I'm surprised there's even a sidewalk, and he's like the only one around, as there's like a million cars zooming by. There is one other pedestrian, which is also shocking to see, but that's it, right? It's so accurate that this is like humiliating. Like he's right. It does feel weird. In the times I've been in this scenario, I'm like the only person walking. There's all these cars everywhere. You're on this lone sidewalk. And it does feel like everyone's driving by looking at you like, oh, that poor soul. You know what I mean? Like that's like how it feels here. I don't know how to describe it. Now, of course, if you're in a big city center like Chicago or New York City, okay, people walk. Then it's normal. But especially if you're from somewhere else and you're walking like this guy is, it's going to feel so weird. Because you'll feel like people are like, what is this guy doing walking? Is he okay? Does he need help? Being European in America, geez, man. Oh, he doesn't know how to... Does he not know how to work the AC? The description says the air conditioning won't turn off. Okay, well, technically, you want to set the temperature with central heating and air here in the U.S., it's way less efficient, way more energy wasted if you keep turning it off and then turning it back on. Like, that's not how to do it. You set the temperature and you leave it on all the time. That's actually much more efficient because in doing so, the system will just keep that temperature. And once it reaches it, it'll kind of like rest and turn off by itself. And it won't be using energy unless that temperature finally changes after a long time. It'll maintain it. 1 degree down, it'll get back up, right? Like it only has to recover 1 degree or so, right? Whereas if you turn it off and then you need it again, if it gets too hot and you got to turn on the AC again, well, to cool off, 7 degrees Fahrenheit down back to where you wanted it, it's going to be a huge energy loss there. Funny because I don't know if he's at like a hotel or an Airbnb or something. It's actually rather bizarre, like this setup. It looks like brick, which of course, you know, is not common in American homes. It almost looks like a building or a hotel or like an old hotel or old factory that they converted into like a newer hotel. Like they do that sometimes because this kind of induction system here, the walls, like nothing about this looks like most U.S. homes. Yeah, that's also a thing. This could be locked because it's not a traditional house. Either that or maybe this guy just has to take the L. He doesn't know how to use a thermostat. I don't know. I'm British, but I have to agree with Americans on this one. Running it all the time is cheaper than turning it off and on all the time. Plus 24 degrees is not even cold. Yeah, I forgot about that. Maybe part of the reason he's also mad is it's in Fahrenheit. You should be able to change it to Celsius, although I'm not sure on this model.
Hey, what are you doing?
Oh, geez.
So go pinkeln.
Look like they're in Costco.
Ich muss warten, bis wir zu Hause sind.
Das Badezimmer's over there.
Hier gibt's keine Badezimmer.
It's on the other side of the store, yes.
Hier im Supermarkt gibt's
Yes, here.
What?
Toilet.
Yeah, Costco has restrooms. Every store, restaurant, everywhere does. Is that like a
Hey,
shock?
what are you doing?
It says in the description, a culture shock I didn't expect. You got restrooms in every supermarket. This is a game changer, especially with little kids. How often as a child when growing up in Germany, I told my mom I had to pee and we had to rush home or go find a restroom somewhere. What the hell? That is crazy. I mean, I know your public restrooms are usually a lot cleaner, a lot more private. That's what I do like. So you guys win on that. But yeah, you can always access a restroom here, like anywhere. It doesn't matter. Like it is very hard to find a public place, fuel station, supermarket, restaurant. It's hard to find one that doesn't have a restroom, right? Like they all usually have restrooms, which is, I guess, in hindsight, very convenient. I guess I can't picture not having a restroom. That would suck, having to go home in a rush, right? Although that does happen because sometimes, even though there might be a restroom, you might get to know places, and some places don't have the best or cleanest or most inviting restrooms.
Good morning, America. I've got 3 words for you. What the fuck? Okay, we've just moved from the UK to the US. We're going through a period of culture shocks and adjustments, and I don't think it's controversial for me to say that American drivers are
Shit.
I don't know how anyone can be passenger.
Not controversial at all. Most Americans agree. If you rode with me in the mornings, you would hear that I definitely agree with you.
Princess in this country because I'm passenger petrified.
Nice.
We're on a road right now which has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lanes. 6
Yep.
lanes. Nobody
Sounds
seems
about
to want
right.
to stay in their lane. Is there some kind of competition I've not heard about where the person who weaves the most wins? Do you know that it doesn't really get you any further?
It doesn't.
The state of some of the cars that we've seen is
Yeah.
shocking. Just last week we were driving along and I saw a man driving his car sat like this
Yeah.
because his driver's side door had obviously been rammed into at speed and it was completely concaved. How is that legal? It's no surprise to me to see how many cars are damaged though. Were you ever taught about braking distances? I like to leave a sensible gap as I was taught when I was 17 and learned to drive. But you all seem to take advantage of me and think that it's an entry hole for you. Entry hole was not the right choice
Yes,
of words.
great
I think
point.
every 10th car that we see is
Great point. When you're trying to keep a safe distance, which is how everyone should drive. Unfortunately, a lot of people nowadays are so reckless and so in a hurry, they'll swoop in there from the other lane. If your lane is just going a little bit faster, right? It's like, dude, that's not a gap for you. That's a freaking gap that everyone's supposed to have in case the guy in front of me makes an abrupt maneuver. I have time to react, right? She's making some good points. I can't argue with it, right? I'm a car guy. I love driving. Driving in America, though, can be a real love-hate thing. You have to find good roads where no one's at, and that's kind of hard to do here. Otherwise, our roads are boring, grid-like. You know, our infrastructure kind of sucks, and most of all, the people are just... There's more bad drivers now than good, I reckon. It sucks.
been rear-ended. You've been rear-ended. You've been rear-ended.
Yeah, I mean, look at
You've
traffic.
Been rear-ended. It's a wonder we've not been rear-ended yet. On the motorways in
You do see damaged cars, like, just everywhere. Like, at an intersection, there'll be at least one car that's banged up. And it's like, it is odd to think about, like, how many things are just whatever. Like, most places don't have inspections, so who cares, right? Like, you can get away with anything.
Very frowned upon to undertake somebody. We have very clear rules on the fast lane and the slow lane and how you move. But here
We do,
I've got
but no one
bitches coming
follows
down
it.
the left side, bitches coming down the right side, bitches rear-ending me. I don't feel like I have enough eyes to concentrate on anything. I need at least 10 more mirrors. And if you could all stop beeping at me for driving safely, I would very much appreciate it. Final thought, what's the rules on the carpool lanes / expressway lanes, or whatever you call them? There's signs everywhere telling me how much I'm going to be fined if I drive in them, but it doesn't tell me when I can and can't drive in them. Do I need
That's
some
true.
sort of master's degree?
Yeah, like we have the expressway around Chicago, the express lanes. It will show you if they're open or closed, depending on, like, there'll be electronic signs with an X or a check, green check mark if it's open. I know other states have carpool lanes, right? You're supposed to have, those are supposed to be for people, like the name suggests, that you're supposed to have multiple people, 2 or 3 people in the car. You're carpooling, so you get to go a little faster. It's better, less cars in a row, blah, blah, blah. Now, people don't follow it, right? Some people do, but you always see an asshole who's solo in, a Hellcat or something raging through the carpool lane, and that's just how it is. The comments are interesting. No, it's a race against Google Maps, estimated time of arrival. Pretty funny. I find it interesting that I don't have the scroll bar is missing from TikTok, so I can't scroll this correctly. TikTok is running really shitty lately. Look at this. I can't line this up because there's no adjustment bar here. I can only go one click at a time on my scroll wheel. Anyway, fellow Brit in the U.S., I object to generalization that that American drivers, it varies huge state to state. I mean, it does. It's just there's shit drivers in every state. Yes, some places are worse than others.
I do not understand American weather.
Huh?
Why is it 29 degrees at the end of September? It's 39 degrees back home. Sorry, I'm speaking in Celsius. Sorry. Fahrenheit, I still don't understand.
I understood.
My best guess when someone tells me the temperature in Fahrenheit is that it's a scale from 0 to 100. 0 is cold, 100 is hot. And so someone tells me it's like 78 degrees outside, I'm just like, yeah. So it's pretty hot today. It's kind of hot today. Or like we were playing soccer
78's pretty much like a good day. But anything over 80, 82 is kind of hot.
We were playing football the other day and it was like nearly 100 degrees. And
now that's hot.
Dying. And they were like, yeah, that's American. They call it fake fall. We had like a week where it was like getting cold.
That's a thing.
And now it's like
especially in
absolute hot
northern part of the country. It'll start chilling out right in late September. You'll get like a few days where it's like, okay, whoa, it's not summer anymore, right? It's getting cold. And then late September, or in our case this year in Illinois, literally until 3 or 4 days ago, 5 days ago maybe, like the whole month of October has been extremely warm, like really, really warm, like almost summer still. So yeah, that is fake fall or fake autumn for sure.
Temperature again. So,
but now it's back down.
Really appreciate the nice hot weather. I'm actually not complaining. I shouldn't be complaining. It rained a lot the other day, and I was complaining about that. But that's the Brit in me, I guess. So I do.
Yeah, surprisingly, I'm one to complain about rain, of course. When it kind of ruins your day when you want to be outside. But honestly, at least here, in like the kind of Midwest, the middle of the U.S., I feel like it used to be rainier, and the last couple of years it's been pretty dry.
First impressions of America from a Scottish girl living in Amsterdam.
Awesome
who's
accent.
Never visited America before. Cars are absolutely massive. My Apple Pay does not work here, so I've had to use my credit card. Everybody is not only very chatty, but very complimentary as well. I'm starting to wonder if Americans have never seen a little cropped brown fur coat before.
Well, they're very chatty because they're impressed by how she dresses compared to the European girl from earlier who has, been here a long time and has fallen into the comfort American style way to dress. And so, yeah, anyone walking around properly dressed with unique and kind of nice quality stuff, yeah, you're the odd man out
I'm not
over
kidding
here.
when I say I've had 5
You
compliments.
stand out.
5 different people have come up to me to say I like your jacket.
Yeah, I'm not
Nobody
surprised at all.
walks. I'm the only person walking on this street. I had
True.
a cookie earlier and it was literally the most American cookie I could have ever imagined. I know you can't generalize the whole of America, but I'm in Utah. In
Oh, Utah,
Park
that's a
City.
pretty unique place.
Internet on your phone doesn't work. Nobody pre-warned me about that. I had to download an app and then pay for an eSIM. Within about 30 minutes of being here and using my phone, I'd already clocked up €60 worth of data.
What? I wonder what that's about.
I just went to a 7-Eleven and I got a Gatorade and it's actually massive. Those little red fire hydrant things are actually a thing. Took a photo of one earlier, thought they were just for the movies. All of the houses look kind of fake. Look.
Yeah.
I don't
Like
know,
they're
they're just
plopped
all
up.
like too perfect or something. Love them though. I kind of forgot.
I mean, there's a lot of cool houses here, but I mean, cosmetically, right? But you know, we've all been through some of the build quality issues, especially modern day U.S. But also, you know, it doesn't really matter how they look. We can do a lot of different styles here. It's just
you had to
they're practically made out of sticks, you know. So
everywhere. I noticed this already more than once. The staff that work in stores, they say, "Hey, welcome in," when you walk into the store. Never heard welcome in before. I went into a bar just to ask to use the toilet and I had to show them ID before I even used the toilet. I was like, oh, I don't actually want to drink anything, I just want to use the toilet if that's okay. And he's like, yes ma'am, I just need to check that you're over 21. I was like, I'm actually...
you know what? I get it. That's a Utah thing, right? That's actually a known thing. Even if you don't live in Utah, some states are very, very, very strict about like alcohol and stuff. You have the total opposite states. Like Wisconsin is like super alcohol friendly, right? And like Utah would be, you know, very strict with it. So that kind of doesn't surprise me because I've never heard of that personally. But then again, that sounds like it could happen in Utah, and I don't live there, so.
Everybody seems like so genuinely nice and friendly and happy. It's very refreshing. Let me know if you've experienced...
I have to say, it's kind of cool to see someone in somewhere different, like Park City, Utah, right? It's nice. It's kind of refreshing rather than seeing someone in New York City or Los Angeles, like for the 80 trillionth time, right? It's kind of cool. So I respect that.
If you've ever wondered what culture shock looks like as a Brit in America, this video's for you. So I'll set the scene. There I am, 21 years of age, visiting Chicago, also known as Chi-Town, for the very first time. So about 29 out, so I have to get the supplies. So I go to the grocery store, as you guys will call it, to get some liquor, and I get approached by this lad in red bandana, red head to toe.
Oh, jeez.
And he's like, yo, bro, can you get me a bottle of Henny? Bearing in mind, he had a full set of gold teeth as well.
Oh, perfect.
So I said, yeah, no problem. Pulls out a wad of cash,
man.
nothing but hundreds. Asks me,
Sounds
how many
accurate.
do you need? I said, oh, just one will do, mate. Don't know if he knew how much a bottle of Hennessy was, but definitely wasn't going to try stiff him. Anyway, go inside, get my drinks, get his, come outside, give him his bottle, then try give him his change, about $60, $65, and he says, don't touch me. So I wasn't trying to touch you, mate, just trying to give you your money. He said he don't want it, keep it.
Oh, man.
I was generous of you. You shouldn't have. Then I try and dap him up, just abiding by social norms in America, because not really normal to do all that type of stuff back home, but you know, when in America. And anyway, he says to me, miss me with that gay shit. I didn't try and shake his hand after that, but yeah, that was my first experience in Chicago.
I love it. Oh my God.
Yeah, great. If
you know what though, it could have gone a lot worse. That is that's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. As the comments say, right? An authentic Chicago interaction. Yeah. When you are in, let's just say, the non-touristy, you know, maybe wrong side of town, Chicago won't hesitate to let you know. You'll get many signs and very odd characters, but they are story-worthy. And thankfully, no scars to show for it. Born and raised in Chicago, that's when you walk away. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm glad this went how it went, I guess. I guess you could say it went well. First of all, I'm pretty sure the money he pulled out could have been fake. If he's pulling out hundreds to get one bottle of alcohol, that was probably $18 or something. So that's strike one. Honestly, it sounded like it should have been a scam before it even started. So I'm almost a little confused that this guy didn't just get scammed instantly. Although I'm glad he didn't. Yeah, when people come up to you, there's money involved immediately. There's this, can you do this? Can you buy that? No, man. Like, you got to keep walking, ignore them. It's just a word to the wise. No one approached you very aggressively in any city, especially in Chicago. Nothing good is going to come out of that. No one wants to be friends like that. As the 50th comment relating to this says, the art of minding your own business in Chicago, very important. It is a great city, though. It's pretty cool, very unique. Lots of historic stuff for American standards. Lots of stuff, interesting stuff to do. So there's just, got to weed through the characters like any big city, of course, right? God forbid. Yeah, I'm going to cut it there. There's plenty more that we can revisit another time. I mean, this is a big rabbit hole. Seeing people from all over kind of weigh in on what it's like here in the U.S. And I tried to pick some pretty unique ones. I mean, there's, of course, a whole episodes you could do on food and, them seeing the more cliche stuff. But I thought this was a pretty good, a little bit of a different selection. I hope you agree. But honestly, I'm glad you're here. I appreciate you watching, and hopefully I'll see you in a future video. My name is Ian. You're watching IWrocker. Until next time, I'll catch you later.